Zoom recording. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is class number 7 on social media. And that's timely right now because of the coronavirus epidemic that we're in right now. And everything is having to be done virtually. And social media is a great platform to be able to reach out to buyers and sellers, sell properties virtually. I just watched a video this morning that Todd Sumney has done, and I'm not sure if it's in the Business Builder, not Business Builder, in the Did You Know webinar series tab just yet, but I can send out a link to it. I was going to cover it in a special class just on doing virtual open houses, and they're working on doing some special videos to help us with working with clients virtually. One of them was how this other agent, he's in California, he's ranked number 5 nationally in HomeSmart, and he did a video interview virtually with Todd Sumney, and they talked about the tools that they're using in their office to sell homes virtually. And literally they sold a home, the buyer has never been in the home, and they got $7,000 over asking on it by letting the homeowner do a FaceTime video with the client to show them the home. So nobody had to enter their home to show the home and bring in some potential germs or infection or anything. So that, and then they did, most of what we do virtually anyway. I've had many clients I've worked with, and all I did was show them some houses. They pick one, and the rest of my job is done virtually through email and DocuSign and Instanet, and everything else is done virtually. And they fly in, look at a house, go home, and the rest of it, I don't see them again. So except for the part about showing houses, we can do our entire job virtually. And now you can even do that part virtually.
That reminds me.
Or not. Go ahead, Aaron.
I was like, that reminds me, last year, I had a house that I was flipping, and it had been on the market for a couple months. And the person that ended up buying it was a guy that lived in California with his daughter, and the agent gave him a virtual tour of the house, and we sold it to him on a real estate contract, but that was all done virtually. It just
so it is possible, right? And you found that out even before this started. Yeah. And now buyers who were at first reluctant to buy a home that way are now willing to, because they need to move. And so they're more open to this, and they're, the home inspection and the appraisal are still getting done. And, the only one who really needs to enter the house is the home inspector. Appraisals are even being done by drive-by now. So if the appraiser's not willing to go in, or the homeowner's not willing to let them in, they're doing it virtually, and banks are accepting that right now. So lots of opportunity out there. Business is not dead or over and gone. It's, things are still happening. We have quite a few listings, and we just took on a new listing on Friday. Actually, it's one that's been in process for 2 or 3 weeks that John and Laura Gutierrez are working on, and it just went live this week. It's a vacant home. I'm going to go out there and take some of my 360 picture tour pictures of it and see what I can do to get some leads for our office with it. And Maya's been promoting it on her Facebook page, and all of you are welcome to do that. It's an office listing, so you don't have to ask the agent's permission, and I'm sure they wouldn't mind anyway. The address, I forget, it's in the, I'm not even sure where it is. Maya, let me unmute you. You're unmuted now.
It's on White Cloud. Let me look
it.
Exactly. But
1906
MLS.
Something or other. But it's a new office listing, vacant, and you can promote that. Also, the new construction builds, they're desperate for us to market their properties. So you can do a virtual open house tour. You could do a FaceTime live open house. And I'm going to do some research and do a little special training on that, hopefully this week. Maybe if Todd Sumney doesn't beat me to it. I found a couple videos on YouTube about it and how people are using FaceTime Live to do virtual open houses. You can do that with the new construction. I'm pretty sure they would allow it. I don't know, they won't gonna let you do a live open house, but I think they would let you do a tour. with Facebook Live. And go ahead, Maya.
I was just gonna say, did anybody want that info on that listing? I have it here if you want. Okay.
Yes, I do.
The address is 1927 North White Cloud, Northeast. And the MLS number is 965041.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So we did find out, Maya had posted on GAR for some listings to help promote. And a few people said, great, here's my listing, go for it. And a few people, raised a red flag and said, hey, what are you doing? You're not allowed to do that. So I talked to Jeff Bratton, who's our MLS director, and asked him, can we do that? He said, you can through the IDX supported portals. You can't just put something out there, it sounded like even with the other agent's permission. And the reason for that is that long time ago, agents used to put fake listings out there or already sold listings out there and try to get buyers for it. And then of course, when the buyer would call and say, can I go see this house? They'd say, well, unfortunately that one just sold. How about if I show you this one? And it was a bait and switch tactic that unscrupulous people were using many, many years ago. So since then they have stopped us doing that sort of thing. When I was a brand new realtor, of course, I didn't know anything about any MLS rules and I didn't even care. I was like desperate to get some business. So I did exactly what Maya's doing. And I asked some realtors, I like your listing. Can I promote it for you? And they were like, sure, go ahead. And I'd put it out there on Craigslist, and Facebook was in its infancy then, and I didn't know how to use it for that. But I'd put it out on Craigslist to try to find some buyers. And occasionally I'd get a little bit of action out of that. But, then I started getting busier doing other things and I didn't, pursue that. And I was getting a lot of scammer feedback too. So that's something you have to be careful about on Craigslist. And it's why one of the reasons they don't let you do it with just anybody's listing on Facebook is that, and Craigslist, is because it needs to show it's sold when it's sold, and the price needs to be updated when it's changed. And IDX supported features on any website that has IDX support can do that. Otherwise, you have to monitor it twice a day and make sure it's updated at least every 12 hours. Now, who has time to do that, right? I don't. So that's why you can't just post a picture and a price tag and a description and say, call me about this listing. It has to be IDX feed supported. Now, our website is IDX supported, and you have access to everything in the MLS to promote on your website through that feed. And so in that features page and the properties page, you can add shared listings, and you don't have to ask permission for that. It's IDX supported, which gives you carte blanche to promote any listing you want on your website. And you can direct traffic to that. Hi, Maya, what's up?
I was just going to say, and you can share it to Facebook. That way it'll go to your page and you would have to boost the listing. But basically what it means, the thing you can't do, which I had to pull, was you can't put it on Marketplace or the other selling groups on Facebook,
Which is what I've been doing.
Right.
right.
And you
So
can do that with
technically, if
you can do that with the builders listings that are not on the MLS.
yes.
Yes, I have. Yeah, I think that's what I have right now.
Yeah,
Our
I think so
builders
too.
listings.
So you're allowed to do that with anything that's not on the MLS. So a for sale by owner is okay. A builder's property that's not in the MLS is okay. Somebody's fix and flip that they haven't put on the market yet is okay.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
it needs to be
it's-
for sale. It can't be, can't put your house up there and pretend that it's for sale.
What
I've seen people do that.
What I haven't figured out though, with these new building listings in terms of listing them on a marketplace, I haven't figured out how to do the non-MLS ones because I can't figure out how to download the photos. They had the photos there, and I can't
You're
download
not
them.
supposed to do that. That's what we're saying here. You can't really do that. So if you can put it into your HomeSmart website as a shared listing and promote that, you can put that on your page through MLS. It lets you share any listing right onto your page.
But
But
Aaron, are you
the
talking
thing-
about the non-MLS
I'm
one?
talking about, yes, I'm talking about the non-MLS listings. You said you could put
So
those on Facebook Marketplace, but I haven't figured out how to do that.
I
Because I
did
can't
one
download those pictures.
through that professional,
Yes.
that new
New
web
Home Source Professional.
share, but I just clicked on the pictures and right clicked and did save image as, and it saved the pictures fine, okay for me, and I was able
Oh, okay.
to do Facebook
Yeah.
Marketplace.
That's what
Yeah,
I was about to
I haven't
say.
tried right clicking. I have a Mac and I'm not good at right clicking. I had to always figure
Oh.
that. Okay, so that's what I need to be doing.
Yeah. Yeah. So right click to collect some pictures. Better yet, go out there and videotape a tour. I mean, really, I'm
That's a-
telling you, Facebook loves video. And
It's
you
a
will
40-minute drive for me.
well, yes. Okay. Well, find one that's close to you.
Yeah,
Find
yeah,
one that's
that's true.
close to you. There are new builds communities all over Albuquerque and Santa Fe from these major builders, D.R. Horton, Pulte, Hake Brothers, etc. And if they're not in the MLS, you have carte blanche to promote them for them.
So did you say we can't put our HomeSmart sign in front of them?
No, I don't think you can.
Oh, darn, I gotta go take those 2 signs down.
Darn it.
And you can work with for sale by owner. So
Yeah.
I would recommend going on Zillow, see who's got for sale by owner in your area that you want to work, and contact them. And a lot of those for sale by owners are retired realtors or out of area realtors who don't want to pay a realtor fee. They don't think it's worth it. And they're builders and fix and flippers. And they, they're trying to save a little money by selling it on their own. And they would love to have you do an open house for them. So, use those resources too to promote stuff that you can promote directly in the marketplace. Otherwise, you have to do like Maya said, and you can post it from the MLS directly into your Facebook page. And I don't know if you can do it as a group to a group, but you certainly can to your pages. And and from your own link. Now, someone told me that the Facebook Marketplace pages won't let you post a link. Has anybody run up against that?
Yeah, the marketplace, as far as I can tell, you can't post these
Right.
IDX links or the MLS links. You have to be able to put pictures in a description and
Right.
it's
So that's
updated
where
every day or
Facebook and
whatever.
MLS are at odds. And maybe somebody will fix that, but for now, that's the situation. So
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to delete the marketplace listing I just listed yesterday.
you
It's
should
so-
be able to go in and do that.
What?
Yeah, you go in, if you go into the marketplace on the left, that menu on the left, where you can search, there's also one that says selling. And if you click on that, it should take you to your listings, essentially the things you have for sale there. Because I used to do leasing, and I would put the apartments that my boss had up for I would put them in the marketplace, and so I got familiar with that. But the trouble is for marketplace, when you list it for sale, you can then list it to all these other for sale groups you're in from the marketplace. But when you take them off the market, you have to go into each of those groups individually and delete them. So make sure you do that too.
Yeah, I'm not even figuring out. I'm not even finding a way to do that. I just did that. I did sell something, and it's not showing my old listings.
So if you go here, let me walk you through it real quick because it is important. Or do you want me to wait?
Yeah, I can do a screen share. Hold on. Let's see here. I'm going to make you the host for a minute.
Okay.
And then you can go to the bottom and you'll see a green share screen button. And then you can share your screen and show us what you're talking about.
Okay. Let's see. Share. So let me go to. So if you go over here to Marketplace. And then you see this list, this menu here. Go to.
Oh, selling. I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Mm-hmm. And then this will show you these ones. This is that new build that's not on the MLS that I just posted last night. But there would be, others here, but I already deleted them all. So, when you post something on Marketplace, when you go over here to sell something, you have the option to list it in all those other groups when you list it, and that's easy and convenient. But you have to go into each of those groups individually when you take it off the market. So if you posted it in other places, be sure you go into each and every one of those other groups and delete it there as well.
Should I mark as sold, mark as pending? Or what?
No. What I did was I went in here and
Oh, there you go.
thing.
Great. I think I can do that now. All right, cool. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Maya.
I'll do that right now. All right, I'm going to mute myself.
Do I hit stop share?
Yeah, there you go. All right. And then you can send me back to the reclaim the host. Here we go. I'm going to reclaim the host and there we are. Okay, awesome. Okay, so in your curriculum right here, we're on section 7. And by the way, I did upload all of our previous videos up to YouTube, except for one that I lost when it was transferring to up and down. I don't know how I lost it. I can't find it. So that link will work for all of our training videos going forward. I'll try to remind you how to find them, but you can go to Camille Victor YouTube channel. If you ever, can't find the email or whatever, Camille Victor YouTube channel. And on one of the playlists is Smart Start training. And I think you can look at my playlist. I don't know. That's the link I shared with you, is my playlist, and all there. I'm also going to upload class number 1, which was done by Loom. And I just haven't done that yet. You can directly get that one from Loom, but I want to put them all together so you can have them all together. Okay. So session 7 on social media. So the first thing is Google My Business. And I'm going to share my screen. I need to update mine a little bit. I have 2, one for HomeSmart Realty Pros and one for Camille Victor Realtor. So I know, I believe the HomeSmart Realty Pros ones is working right. So I'm going to do a Google search for HomeSmart Realty Pros. And hopefully it comes up right. There we are. I need to do some more with this, but there we are. I'm going to get you down here out of the way. So you see how this came up right here on first page? There we are. HomeSmart Realty Pros actually comes up as the very first choice. And there's some information. I need to put in an appointment link. I need to get some reviews for us. You guys could help me out by writing some reviews for the office and say what a great place it is to work. And I need to put some more pictures in here. Google loves for you to put some more pictures in there. Okay. So we've had 183 people looking at our website in the last 28 days, or who have Googled us here. 183 people. That's astounding to me. So I think Maya has updated her Google My Business. Good for you, Maya. Fantastic. But look how many places we're coming up here. I'm excited about that. I'm going to start, I need to go in and check our reviews. We had the first business builder class that was put on by homes.com, their social media expert. And he says, go in there and Google yourself and see what comes up, and go in and update all the links that are in there. So some of these are probably, like, here's one. It's finding some of our agents. There's Patricia. And it's finding some of our pages in here, how to use a realtor to sell or why. And here's a Biz Journals article that was written about us. We're on Alignable, we're on New Mexico Home Search, and we're probably in a few more. So I probably need to, this is a different HomeSmart office. There we are on LinkedIn, HomeSnap, and some of these I probably need to change because I need to turn this one off because he's no longer with us. He just got busy with work and he's not been able to do anything really. So he said, put me on inactive, but he's still showing up here. So I need to fix that. But so you see how I'm coming up with a to-do list of things to do. Some of the other HomeSmarts are coming up when you type in HomeSmart, HomeSmart Pros. Here's our listing that Martin was the lead on. that we just sold. Hooray, just in the nick of time. And another one of our listings. So there's a bunch coming up about Santa Cruz County HomeSmart Pros. Okay, that's a different HomeSmart. So anyway, do this about yourself and see what comes up, but also make sure and claim your Google My Business. And the way to do that is go over to, I believe it's business. Oops. .google.com. I think that's it. Google My Business. There we go. So this is my dashboard for the office that lets me do advertising here, add pictures, you know, all kinds of stuff in here. So I can do videos. I could do a walkthrough. I need to upload a walkthrough of our office. Here's our complex. I need to post some pictures of where we are in the complex so that people who are trying to find us could find us, because we don't have our signage up yet. Right now I only have 3 pictures, so I need to work some more on that. That's on my to-do list. And information about the owner, the customers, a 360. I can even put a 360 in here. I can do a video. I can do interiors, exteriors, people at work, my team, and our identity. I can put a cover page here. I'll do that right now. You know, just the one I want to use right there. But because it's about the right shape for that spot.
So
There we
Camille,
go.
is
That's our
that
cover page.
your regular everyday car? Is that what you take everywhere?
That's my everyday car.
Okay,
It goes everywhere.
that's cool.
That's our office billboard. All right, so now let's see if that got updated over here. Let's see here. There's the link to our website, and I had to change our address when we moved. I need to put our hours in there, 8:30. Basically we work 8:30 to 5:30. I'm there 9 to 6 usually instead, but that's okay. It's close enough. Let's see. So anyway, you can claim your own Google My Business page, and you need to put the office address for your Google My Business claim. It will not work with your home address, and you don't want to put your home address. You don't want people finding where you live. So use the office address. It's going to send a little postcard to the office with a number code, like 5 or 6 digit code. And I will, if you're not at the office, which none of you are right now, I will open that little postcard and let you know what your number is so that you can confirm that this is you and you really requested this business link to Google My Business. This is one of the best ways to get some business here, because everybody Googles, you know, realtor looking for, you know, homes for sale or whatever. So this is one of the great tools that you can use, and it's free. We love free. And, you know, be sure and do this. Now, the business builder that we just did is basically teaching you what I'm going to go through in today's seminar, probably a little better structured and organized because he does this seminar a lot. But anyway, that is Google My Business. So I really encourage you guys to do that. All right. And one thing I will also say is that if you have other businesses, use a different email address, because I think I didn't do that. I used the same email address for both. And I'm having trouble getting it to accept. See, I've claimed my page, but it's still showing me as in California, and my Google My Business link is not correct, and I'm having trouble getting it corrected, and I think it's because I used the same address for both one, and it did not like that. Okay, so if you have more than one business, use a different address. Okay, all right, let's go. Any questions about this right now? Has anybody besides Maya tried this?
No, I need to, but I haven't yet.
Okay,
I'll probably do it
Um,
today or even on our break. It sounds like, it
great.
looks like something you can do in like 2 minutes.
It's not hard. Yeah, it's really not hard. Now it won't go live until they confirm with the postcard, but you can get a bunch of stuff ready. And that way, as soon as you have that postcard confirmation number, it will go live and then you're good. So yes, I encourage you to Saturday afternoon. What else you going to do? Go claim your Google My Business page. What's something I was going to say about that? I forgot what it was. Yeah. Okay. Make sure and watch that Business Builder. It was really excellent. The very first one we did was really, really excellent. The second one was pretty good too, but I really liked the first one. Okay. Now, it was just jam-packed with information. It was 2 hours long, but it was fantastic. Okay. So of course, everybody knows about Facebook. And one of the things that he did in that webinar, and it should be live in the RSA already. I was told that it was already here. Let's go check, see if it's there. I'm going to go into the RS agent. As Camille Victor, the agent. And let's go to Education tab and videos. And there was a new one just posted. Hopefully it's here already. Nope, not here yet. But if you go to HomeSmart Webinars, I think, can you get to it there? No, that's not it. Back up. In HomeSmart International's channel, you will find a brand new one they just did 2 days ago. And here's my playlist, I think, that's coming up. Okay, no, that's not what I wanted. So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. Home. And then, oh, it's not recognizing that I'm at this. So I'm in Chrome, that's why. Okay, let me go over to this one and go to here. All right, so here was a video I was watching on how to do Facebook Live. And I think that would be a good thing for us to talk about. But before that, I was looking at how, there's my channel there. And by the way, if you don't have a YouTube channel, get one started. I don't even have this in here in my YouTube social media thing, but let's go to my channel. Oh, wait, my channel. And this is where I can post videos about me and about things that I'm interested in and stuff. These are videos that I've done about listings. This is one I did about a property I sold, and I didn't do near enough to promote that. Playlists. Okay, so here's my playlist. We have a HomeSmart playlist, and the other one is private. So here we go, HomeSmart International. That's what I was looking for right now. So here's the one that we just did 2 days ago, how one agent is winning listings and showing homes in this virtual market. And it's only 12 minutes long. And these two just had a conversation by Zoom. That's all there was to it, but it's 12 minutes, and it gave them some great ideas and feedback about how to do virtual selling. Okay, so go check that out. And you can find HomeSmart International's entire playlist there if you go to HomeSmart International YouTube channel. So where was I going with this? All right, and this is another thing I was looking at for next week's class. All right, so Facebook would rather by far have you keep them on Facebook's page. So creating a video, posting it to YouTube, and then sending the link to Facebook used to be the way to do it, but now Facebook doesn't like that. They want you to use their video tools and keep people on their site. They're stingy like that. So if you can do Facebook Live right here, see the Facebook Live button, and use that tool to do some virtual open houses, to do Market Minute or anything like that, Facebook is going to give you natural organic reach that they wouldn't give you otherwise if you're just posting about, you know, here's my new listing. Okay, so use that tool. And the other thing about that business builder that they did on the first one is that he went completely through the process of how to create a Facebook ad. And it's a complicated process at first. It's actually not that hard, but you go to manage ads. I'm not going to go through the whole process. I just want to show you where to find it. Facebook ads don't do boosting because you can't have quite as much control over it. You really want to try to capture leads on it. So you can create campaigns, and they're about to overhaul this whole thing. So whatever you learn right now is going to change. But here's some campaigns that I've done. I actually really need to restart some campaigns. And I can create ad sets, different kinds of ads, and again, I don't quite know the difference between ad sets and ads, unless maybe one is for people who are doing multiple ad campaigns for different companies or something. I don't know. But anyway, there you go. So you have a whole lot more control over who sees it. You actually don't have a whole lot of control anymore about who sees it, because Facebook, because we're advertising housing, Facebook says you can only advertise to all of Albuquerque or all of Rio Rancho or all of whatever, but they will target the ads to whoever they think is going to be interested based on their internet behavior. So if they're on Zillow or Realtor.com, they're going to show real estate related sponsored ads to them. Now, they may not be able to target to the right demographic that you're looking for income or, type of family or, whatever, but they can target it to other things that they're a target for. So go ahead and do some training on how to do ads. Some people spend a lot of money on Facebook ads. I think I spent just $500 or $600 last year on ads, and that was mostly for the office, but I did boost some of my own listing ads and things like that too. But I don't think I did it right. I didn't get any direct business out of that. I got a lot more business out of posting in the marketplace than I did from actual paid ads. So that tells you the power of that marketplace listings. I got dozens of leads off of marketplace. So people are actually looking for homes there and finding realtors there. But at any rate, if they are interested in clicking on your ads, use a lead capture form. And he shows you a little bit about how to do that. And he ran out of time, and this is what happens on every video training I've ever done on how to do Facebook marketing ads, is that they get so bogged down in getting you started and set up that they don't actually get to the real meat of it, which is how to put this to work for you and how to get the best results from it. So that's more an advanced class, I guess. And so, but that's really important. Otherwise, you're wasting money and spinning your wheels. So you've got to be able to find a way to capture leads. So you either send them to a landing page where you're collecting their information, or you put a lead form directly in the ad where that if they click on it, they're going to get captured and you can contact them. Facebook has their complete contact information. And if you put a lead generation feature on your ad, you will get contact people. Now, Facebook does not understand the urgency and immediacy of trying to contact a lead who's reached out to you. They just put them in an Excel folder for you, and when you get around to it and remember to go check your folder, you'll find your lead. They don't alert you immediately like they should. CRMs and other Zapier and some other sites that are designed to capture leads too catch on about that, and they will alert you immediately, and you really need to follow up immediately if you get an internet lead like that off of Facebook. So that's why it might be worth it to go ahead and pay $20 a month for Zapier, because it will let you know immediately if your website or your Facebook page got a lead, an interest from a lead. Okay. Facebook is tied in with Instagram, and it lets you put ads simultaneously on Facebook and Instagram. Instagram tends to reach a younger demographic, and might be appropriate for first-time home buyer type properties. Probably not for $1 million listings in some cases, but there are people out there who might be looking for that. And Instagram is more about eye candy. It's not the interactive site the way that Facebook is. So people on Instagram tend to be just looking for nice images and maybe an explanation about what they're looking at, but they don't want to, it's not an interactive kind of site the way Facebook is. So keep that in mind when you're advertising and cross-posting to Instagram. I don't know if it's worth it to cross-post and pay for ads over on Instagram. I'm not familiar enough with Instagram to be able to answer that. Some people, I think it is, and some people don't. And there's probably some YouTube video training and other types of resources to find out how to use Instagram and even Twitter and LinkedIn better for social media. Speaking of that, I have a few books. There's one book I have at the office on using YouTube. I'm listening to a book right now on it. What is that one called? I'll have to look it up for you. But this is an excellent book. This is Tony Giordano. He's a little arrogant, it sounds like, from his book and from his Facebook stuff, but he's pretty successful. He's like a millionaire real estate agent. And so he talks about how to use all of the different channels and why you should use the different channels and what each focus is of each one. This one is now a little bit out of date. I think it's from 2018 or something. Yeah. So Facebook and all these channels change so fast. You have to really find up-to-date information. This is another one I haven't gotten to read yet, but I ordered it, and it's called Hyper Local, Hyper Fast Real Estate Agent: How to Dominate Your Real Estate Market in Under a Year. I did it, and so can you. And this is by Daniel James Lesniak. This sounds really exciting to me. And then this is a book that was talked about in that webinar. This is Conversion Code. And the first part of the book, he talks about, how to use Facebook. And then the second part is about how to capture leads and deal with the leads you're going to get. So it's really an excellent book. I've got about half through this one. So anyway, so I totally would encourage you to get hold of some books on this that can teach you better than I can. I'm just kind of doing an overview and pointing you in the right direction. These guys have a lot more detailed information about how to do this and how to do it right and how to not waste money doing it. I spun my wheels quite a lot with Facebook advertising and realized, you know what? I'm not doing it right. I need to learn more about it because I'm not getting leads. And I hear on the internet all the time in these Facebook realtor groups that I'm part of that they're killing it with Facebook ads. And I'm like, how do you do that? I'm not doing that. So I still have a lot to learn, but agents are making it work for them. And video is probably a big part of it. So get comfortable with getting on video. I've gotten a lot more comfortable on video just by teaching these classes online with you guys. And now with Zoom, everybody's using Zoom, and people who've been not willing to be on video before are now, getting over themselves and doing it. So get over yourself, get out there, do some Facebook Live videos. And I found a great YouTube video this morning on how to do that. I haven't gotten a chance to finish it, but there is help out there to learn how to use that tool effectively and, to your best advantage. And one of the things I'd totally recommend doing is getting a lavalier mic and an extension cord to go with it so that you can set your camera up on a little tripod or something, or set it up on a little stand on the counter and do a video, and that way it's not wiggling. Or get a gimbal. I have a gimbal at the office, which you're welcome to borrow. A gimbal is as a holder, and it has a handle and a little rack thing or a clamp to put your smartphone in, and you can walk around a house carrying it, doing a selfie, and it gets rid of a lot of that jump, kind of this sort of thing. And it makes it a much smoother presentation. I can't stand it when people do videos with, with no gimbal, and they're just, shaking the camera all over the place. It's awful. It's just really awful. So
how do you spell that? Gimbal?
Gimbal. Yeah, it's a gimbal.
How do you spell that? Gimbal.
Gimbal. They're about $100. Read the reviews before you buy one. If you're going to get one, I highly recommend getting one. It's $100, and it will make your videos much more watchable. The other alternative is to get a tripod, and they're like 30 or 40 bucks, and a little clamp, and just park that thing in the middle of the room that you want to do, and you walk around, but leave the camera still, and that'll make your videos more watchable. You can piece them together on iMovie on a smartphone or a tablet or a Mac. iMovie is designed for Mac. I'm not sure if it works in DOS or in, I should say, Windows. Does anybody know if it will work in Windows? Has anybody tried that? Nope. Okay. So there's lots of easy to use video piecing software that you can put together a few little videos, intersperse some pictures, intersperse a pop-up page with more information and things like that. Or you can take all this material and put it on Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and have somebody else do the video work, piecing together for you, which is what I'd recommend, unless you like doing that sort of thing. I like doing it, but I have to say it's time consuming and frustrating. And I always seem to get about halfway through the project and I've spent 2 hours on it and I'm like, oh, I can't stand it anymore. And then I abandon it because I can't get back to it. Get busy and off I go in another direction. So I recommend hiring somebody on Fiverr. It doesn't cost that much to get somebody to piece it together, edit it, and put a beginning and an end for you, and get a professional looking video out there if you want to have it have some lifespan. If you just want to promote an open house, you know, that doesn't need to be done that way perhaps, but something that you want to put together that talks about you and your perspective on real estate or whatever might need a little bit of editing to make it more user-friendly. All right. So like I said, Facebook loves video. I can't emphasize that enough. And so that's the best way to get traction on Facebook. I have an Instagram account. I just hardly ever use it. But I recommend getting a page on every channel. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, what else is there? Pinterest even, stuff like that. Let's see. I haven't updated any of my other social media lately. And it's probably going to pester me to connect with people and improve people. So here's my LinkedIn channel here. Lately, 35 people have viewed my profile and 32 people have viewed my posts. I haven't posted anything in here in a while and I really should. I like LinkedIn actually. It's a lot more of a professional feel to it than Facebook. Facebook is a lot of, here was what I had for lunch today and here's what my silly kids are doing and stuff like that, which is great. But this one is more business to business, and I like that. So do take advantage of that. Get your profile updated here. Do some posting here. And there's services called Hootsuite and Buffer that will cross-post so that you don't have to post on every single channel individually. But each channel has decided, I guess, especially Facebook, that they don't really like Buffer posts and they don't really like Hootsuite posts. They want to be original. They want to have the original material. I don't know what's going on there, but I can't get rid of Aaron there. There we go. Go down there. LinkedIn is a really great tool. I highly recommend getting on here. See, HomeSmart has lots and lots of posts on here. They're constantly posting on here. So there's good information on here. You can follow and you can try to get some followers on here. And you can cross-link all of your social media on your Real Smart Agent panel website. I mean, not the panel, on your website. There is a little spot where you can do that. And I haven't done that. I've been busy. And let's see, HomeSmart, CamilleVictor.com. And I'll show you where those show up. So right in the upper corner here is where all of your social media plugins are. And let's see, oops, see, that connection isn't quite right. So I have to go in and fix that. And then go back. Didn't like that. So I need to work on that. So, but anyway, that's where they go. And you can put several of them, I think all of them up there. So be sure and do that. Another cool tool in Facebook is Facebook Messenger. Is everybody using Facebook Messenger? I don't know if I got some. Is there everybody using Facebook Messenger? Yes, no?
Yes.
1, 2, 3,
Yes.
4. Good. All right.
That's how
Martin,
I'm communicating with my leads right now.
great. Yes, that's how people on Facebook Marketplace are likely to reach out to you. So have an alert set up, be ready to answer your phone and interact with people. There are services out there that are AI, artificial intelligence services that will bot, if you will, they will respond for you, but probably you can handle it yourself and you don't need to pay for that service. But when you get busy and you really start to take advantage of these advertising platforms, you might need that. So that's something I think that this conversion code book talks about, is how to follow up with your leads the best. So watch out for Facebook Messenger things. And you can also reach out to people too. So for example, I suppose, Maya, you can chime in about this, and Aaron, because you've been using this, but if you go to the Facebook Marketplace groups and you see somebody there who's looking for something like what you've got or what you're interested in working with, you know, maybe you can reach out to them. You can reach out instead of waiting for them to reach you. I don't know if that'll work or not, but so say we were going to search in here in the marketplace for real estate for sale. There's one, real estate for sale by owner near me. Cool. So here's some stuff in here. So here's one in Corrales. You might be able, this is a for sale by owner, and you might, 499,000. Here's the seller's contact info right here. And you can reach out to them, message them and say, hey, I'm a realtor. I work in this area and I wonder if I could come by and see it. I have buyers I'm working with and this might be a fit for them. So, you know, this may or may not work, but you could try it. I think that would be a cool tool. I haven't seen anybody else doing that, and I've not heard of anybody else trying to do that, but that sounds like a cool way to reach out to people right here besides Zillow. So other realtors may be doing that. I don't know. But here's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath and a first-time home buyer price point in Albuquerque. Here's another flipper type property right here. Let's check that out. 2,200 square feet, 4-bedroom house. This would be a good one. It's down in Belen. If you're in the South Valley area, or south of Albuquerque area, maybe this would be a good flipper property. I don't know. And by the way, the other thing I've mentioned this before is that you can actually promote any HUD listing without permission of the listing agent. You can promote any HUD listing. So to go to HUD.gov, I think it's HUD Home Store or something like that. HUD Home Store.
Are you? Is our office listed with HUD? Because I had.
Yes.
Oh,
we are.
You are? Okay.
We are. Mm-hmm.
So we could, so if because I do have an investor, you know, he's taking his time, but if he, well, aren't HUD homes, although only for owner buyers,
Nope. Sometimes there is a time period of when they won't let anybody but home buyers have a chance at making an offer. There's usually a 30-day,
Okay.
I didn't spell that right, did I, or did I?
Would you be willing to do a little class about the HUD thing sometime, a little
Sure.
tutorial for us? Because I would like to know more about HUD homes. I'm
Great.
afraid to even, you know, have this guy get too interested in a HUD home because I don't know
I'll
anything
help
about
you.
how to do it.
I've sold a few of them. It's been a while, but I've sold quite a few.
Okay.
So here is in Bernalillo County and Albuquerque, here's several homes in that first-time home buyer price range and one in a higher price range. And you are allowed to market these. HUD makes it a requirement of the listing agents to allow anybody to market these. So
Oh,
you
wow.
can go
Okay.
out, take your own pictures. Don't steal the agent's pictures. Go get your own pictures. And you can put these on the marketplace.
I know the guy who's the listing agent for all the HUD homes in the area.
Okay.
A really, really good guy. I can say from an investor standpoint, I almost always, especially in the market over the last couple of years, though, because all of them that I'm aware of give that 30-day window for owner occupants, and they're almost always taken by
Well,
owner.
yes and no. If the house is inhabitable to a first-time home buyer to get a loan on it, then they will open it up to investors. If they don't want to make it habitable and it's just a mess of a house and won't qualify for financing, they will let investors have at them right away. So maybe they'll have a 7-day window instead of a 30-day window.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
So, but I have seen them sometimes when they're a mess be opened up right away. But a lot of the time it's that 30-day window. And I think they tend to overprice them in that 30-day window. But they will reduce them every 30 days. And Fannie Mae, as the same way, every 30 days, if it hasn't sold, they'll do a 3 or 4% price reduction. So there you go. So these are all available for you to promote and, you know, try to find buyers for.
Yeah, see, I was going to do that actually earlier in the week. But then I decided not to because I don't necessarily know how to represent a buyer on a HUD listing.
Okay, you've got to get registered first. So go to register. You're a bidder, not the public. You're a bidder, and you put in our NAID number. We're a selling or listing broker, and you would be the associate broker or the selling agent. I'm the principal broker with a NAID. You're a selling agent. I don't know what the difference here.
Can you back up a little bit? What is so you're saying this is what you would do if you actually put in an offer, right?
Right. You want to come do this first. You need to get registered first. Okay. And our NAID number is, I'm going to tell you right now what it is. It's also available on the RSA, but I'll tell you what it is here. You can write it down. All right. Our NAID number is HMSMRT 8350. And that number would have to go right here in Principal Broker's NAID. Okay. And then you put your number, your license date, your state that you're licensed, your license expiration, and add yourself.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
So if you don't know it and you can't remember what my NAID number is, you can check Principal Broker registration right here, and it should be able to find me and tell you what we are. Okay. Right there. So I don't know if it looks like, no, I can't add all of you because I have to create a username and password. But this is, I suppose, if you were licensed in more than one state or something, maybe you would do that. Okay, username, password, security information, and contact information. And you need to do this before you're ready to put in a bid on one of these because it takes them a little bit of time to approve you. And you won't have time to do that if you've got a buyer who's ready to put an offer in. You need to get this done ahead of time, okay? All right.
Is there a way to see right away whether it's still in that 30-day?
Yeah, I think it tells you.
Yeah, it's right there on the site.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Where
Okay.
it is in that
Yeah.
process. Let's go check. All right. So here we go. This one has been extended. The listing period's been extended. This is exclusive. I don't know what that means exactly, but here's one right here. It's new. Status, price drop. So this one was priced at $165, and its days on market. It was listed on March 28th, So it's been on the market just a few days. And here's another reason to get registered here. First time buyer, find a broker. Okay. What else? Where does it tell me? Amenities, addendums, maps, and addend. There's a place, 1 day and 11 hours, bid submission time remaining. This one is open to all bidders. This one doesn't have any restrictions on it to be owner occupants only.
Oh,
But you can see
okay.
it's in pretty rough shape. It has no carpet, it's falling apart.
Yeah.
It's just a mess, right? So this one won't qualify for regular first-time home buyer financing. It has to be a bid of an investor. All right, so there's 2 days left in this bid period, and then it's going to open up again and start a new bid period. I think they do that maybe every 7 days or something. And you can pull a lot of information here and see how awful it looks on the outside. Goodness. But anyway, it's in the northwest section of Albuquerque. Anyway, so you can take some HUD listings and promote them on social media to try to find buyers for them. That's where we were going with all that. But you need to be registered ahead of time, because if you aren't, you can't actually get them sold. And people are going to get frustrated with you and go find a different realtor to go buy that house with that you just found the buyer for. All righty. So this is the real estate for sale by owner near me page. This is a great place to reach out and have a conversation with sellers and see if you can help them market their property. Do an open house tour, a virtual open house tour. When this lifts, you could do, real open houses for them. A lot of the time they are, looking for somebody to help them. Have I seen this one before? I don't think so. This is a for sale by owner here. And they put looks like the backyard picture first. Means that they don't know what they're doing, marketing their house.
Those for sale by owner people that you're suggesting we go and tell them we could do an open house with them. Would you, you're basically asking them to list a property with you, right? And then at which point you put in the MLS, right?
I don't ask them for the listing first. This is a cute little house. This should have been the first picture, but for some reason it's not. And it's probably overpriced. $275,000 for 1180 square feet, really? In Albuquerque? So here's a seller who's not going to be able to sell this on their own because they don't have it priced right. And so you can find out, is this an investor? Is it a homeowner? What's the situation? And would they be open to having you help them market it? Now, because it's not priced right, I wouldn't recommend this one. It's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath instead of a 2-bath, and it's only 1180 square feet. It's not priced right, in my opinion, unless it happens to be in Nob Hill or something. Seller information is Danielle Powell. You can reach out to her and talk to her through Facebook, see if she'd like some help with this. And maybe if it doesn't sell, which at that price I don't think it will, unless it's in a really great neighborhood. And I'm not sure where it is because it didn't really give the address, but you can do something with that. Okay. Paid ads we talked about. DM. Okay, let's take a quick break, and then I've got some more stuff to share with you about how to do this stuff. And is there any questions at this point?
I have an unrelated question. I can wait till after about the office. If anybody has any recommendations of where I could take somebody. I have this investor guy that he's not good with computers, and he wants help actually looking through the listings on like my laptop, and I don't have anywhere to take him. I am not bringing anybody to my home at all ever.
Right, no, of course not. You can bring him to the office and use our conference room. You sit at one end and he sit at the other end, and you can do stuff virtually and keep some distance. You can do that at the office. I don't mind.
You're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, because then I have access to the internet, and because I can't meet at work because I won't have internet and all of that.
Right, and so you could sit in that conference room. You can even use the big conference room, and you can work on your laptop and project up onto the big screen TV, and he can see what you're working on right there.
Ooh, you'll have to tell me how to hook up to that,
Okay.
because I don't know how to do
Yeah.
that.
Pretty much it's just me there anyway right now. I'm not encouraging people to come to the office, but for a special situation, we can make accommodations for that. And we have enough space that you can do that. So,
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
Camille.
okay. Great. So let's take a little break and I'm going to stop this one and we'll pick up after break time.